So we are going to make a quick logo using Adobe Photoshop. So what you'll do is go ahead and go to New, and because we can, we're going to just give this a title. I'm going to make it my name, and I'm going to put logo. Uh, you can do any size, but let's say 1000 by 1000 with a resolution of 300, and we're going to have this as a transparent background. Once we do that, we'll hit OK. So we're making this as a transparent background so that you can very quickly put this over a photograph and just have the text and not have to deal with a background. So we're going to come over here to the bottom right hand of the screen next to the trash can, and it's going to create a new layer. So now we have two layers on the right. We're going to go over to the toolbar. It may look a little bit different for you. If it doesn't look like this, you can change it to photography up in this right hand corner. Or if you're looking for the box, you can hold down, and the item that we are looking for is the rectangle tool. Mine is set up to do a fill, and you can make it any color you want, and it really honestly doesn't matter. Because we're not keeping this. This is just a background so we can see what our logo will look like before we make it have a transparent background. So once we do that, we'll go ahead and click on the text icon, and you can just type in your name, and you want it to be fairly large because we can always size down. Trying to size up can really do some odd things, and we don't want to have to deal with anything like that. So up in the top left corner, you can choose your typeface or your font. You just choose the one that suits you as a photographic artist, but also keep in mind that you are representing CBC and TowerMedia, so you do want it to be readable, not just by you, but by everybody else also. So you'll pick a typeface that you like, and once you've selected that, you can drag it to the center of the screen. You do have options on transforming it to make it look different. I wouldn't add a lot of drop shadows or anything because it'll take up more time and it may not be suitable for all photographs. I chose white because white predominantly works well on most photographs. If we have to, we can go back and change it to a different color later. So let's just pretend that this is exactly what I want. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to uncheck the rectangle that was bright green. And so now I have my name. I can come in here and crop this to make it suitable size for whatever media I am using. And if I like that, sometimes you can see it, sometimes you may not be able to, depending on how light it is. But once you get that, you're going to go File, Save As, and we're going to save this as two different files. So you will go to TowerMedia, to the TowerMedia drive. You're going to locate the folder that is 2016 photography, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a folder, and we're going to put staff logos. So what you'll do is you go into the staff logos folder, put in your name, make sure you don't do any spaces, don't do any symbols other than if you want to use a underscore or a hyphen, you can do that. We're going to save it out first as a PSD file. This will make it where you can edit it later. You know, if you decide you want to use a different typeface or it needs to be a different color, this is what you're going to use that for. So you go ahead and do a save and click OK. And then you're also going to do a file, save as, and do this as a PNG file. This will make it where the background is empty rather than having a bright color or anything. If you save it out as a JPEG, it'll actually put white behind it, and that's definitely not what you want. So click Save for the PNG file and click OK. And then when you go back to look later, you'll be able to see Then whenever you get TowerMedia opened, you'll see that you have in your photography folder staff logos, and you'll have a PNG and a PSD file. If you open up the PNG file, you'll notice that there is no background. It's the default, whatever color is set for the computer, and that is all sorts of good. So when you have a picture that you want to put your logo on, you can actually, I'm just going to grab a random picture, and we'll just say Mud Week. I'm going to grab the first picture that's in here, and so say I want to do this picture. I'm going to grab the first picture in here. I'm going to open that with Photoshop, and I want to put my logo on this image. I'll choose File. I'm going to go ahead and hit Open and find that PNG file, and then drag this over this photo. And whenever I let it go, you'll see it over here in the corner, depending on how I have it set up. And it can be resized. And I could put it there. And then I would save this out as a JPEG. So File, Save As. And if it asks about applying the transformation, you'll say Apply. And then you never want to override somebody else's file. So we're going to come over here, and then I can, add logo in here, but do this as an actual JPEG for that. And then click Save, and you're all done.